Hey everyone, welcome back to Nova Pain and Rehab Center. So today we're going to do part 2 of our movements and stretches for the equestrian athlete. This time we're going to focus on some movements for the upper body, for upper core stability. In the last video series we did a little bit more with the lower body. Today we're going to demonstrate 3 movements that you can do. These are probably going to be the best movements that we were thinking about as far as maintaining that upright, solid upper body movement. Now, as you know, on a horse, the equitation of the rider is just as important as the performance of the horse itself. So these are 3 really good movements you can do just to help to kind of gear in that posture as you ride your horse. Okay, so let's talk about some anatomy about this first. Okay, so this is one of the muscle groups we're going to be focusing on today. It's called your rhomboid. This muscle attaches from the inner border of the shoulder blade to the spine. And what it does is it retracts the shoulders back. It pulls the shoulder blades back. So I always said, when you want to lock down your upper core, you want to basically pull your shoulder blades back. And so this first movement is it's a 2-part movement. It's basically geared towards really isolating and strengthening this muscle to help keep your shoulders back. Okay, so here we go. So basically what we're going to do is the position for this is going to be, she has a band wrapped around a rack system. So the first movement is you want to get the shoulder blades back. You want to pull the shoulder blades back to lock that upper core in. Just imagine you're trying to pinch something between your shoulder blades. And the second movement with this is you're going to pull the hands back. This is called the high row. Notice that the elbows and the wrists are all in the same plane or the same line. And this is going to bring that muscle isolation from the lower lats, if your elbows are down, up into the upper back muscles that support the shoulders and the shoulder blade. Now you're going to find in doing this that these are pretty difficult. If you drop the elbows down, you're working a completely different muscular system. Okay, you want to hold this movement at the end position for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then come all the way out, full extension, relax the shoulder blades, go forward, and then push your way back first part, second part, pull and hold, and relax. Okay, you can use a TheraBand. I mean, any type of elastic band will work for this, but this is probably the best movement to really teach those muscles between the shoulder blades to maintain that we call scapular retraction. Okay, so let's go into the next movement. The next movement we're going to do, let's talk about some anatomy on this one first. This is going to work part of the shoulder itself. And so as we kind of go through this, we're taking this muscle off. We're going to get into some of the rotator cuff muscles. So this is one of the larger rotator cuff muscles called the infraspinatus. And what this muscle does is it retracts or externally rotates the shoulder. This muscle attaches to the inner border of the shoulder blade, the medial border, and then attaches to what's called the humerus, or the bone, the arm, or the bone of the arm. And as you work this muscle, it's going to help to again keep those shoulders back. Okay, so that's called the infraspinatus. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab a pad in this case to keep the elbow off of the body, because you want to get that elbow out just a little bit. And the movement is pure and simple external rotation of the shoulder. And so what she's going to do is, again, using a band, okay, pushing that elbow in. You want to push the elbow in to lock down the shoulder, and then you're going to externally rotate the arm, and then also, of course, you want to try to pull the shoulder back just a little bit. Okay. So she's pulling the band across her body, and you definitely want to work this on both sides. You'll probably find that one side is a little bit weaker than the other, but this is a movement you want to work on both sides to maintain that balanced shoulder retraction. Okay, again, hold the movement for about 2 to 3 seconds at the end point. Go as far as you can. In therapy, we typically just, we'll prescribe this to do this on both sides until failure, which means you do as many as you can until you can't do any more. And we'll do that twice on both sides. And by the end of that, you're pretty much fatigued the muscle as much as it needs to. Excellent. Okay, so let's get into the last movement today is going to be a stretch. So what we're going to do here is flip this around And we're going to look at some of these muscles we're going to stretch. So your pectoralis major, you got this muscle up here, that one right there. Also the clavicular port of the pectoralis major. You got the anterior deltoid, and this one's also going to stretch the, I took the lats out. It's going to stretch the latissimus dorsi. So let me get in to that muscle. All right, so there is the latissimus dorsi muscle. It's a big, big muscle that covers most of your back. It attaches all the way down through your hips into the lower part of your sacrum, and then all the way up here to the arm. And this is a big, big muscle of the back. And this stretch we're going to do now kind of addresses all the different muscles we just listed. It's a really, really good stretch to open up the shoulders, to extend the back, and again, we're trying to maintain that proper position and extension through the shoulder blades as you're sitting on top of your horse. Okay, so what we'll do is we're in a kneeling position. Now you can use your bed, you can use a table, you can use anything that just gets those arms up probably about 24 inches or so. And then what she's going to do is she's going to kind of roll this ball into this movement. She's on knees, and then she's going to really extend those shoulders. Now in this movement, what you're going to do is push your head through the arms to the floor. Really push that down, relax your shoulders, and you're going to get a really, really good extension through the arms, shoulders, and the back. Oop, let me get the other way. So there you go. So let's try that again. Okay. Yep, try again. Go up. Really roll that out. And again, if you're on a fixed table or your bed, you want to crawl out with your knees. So you're going the opposite direction. But the end position should look something like this. Arms up in front of you, full extension, pushing that head to the floor. Hold this position for about 8 to 10 seconds, and then coming up. You'll do this multiple times. You'll come up, take a deep breath in, relax. Okay, shake it off, and then go back into the stretch. For stretches like this, you just want to do this 5, 6, 7 times, just as many times as you need to, until you really feel you've gotten as much flexibility and extension as you need to from this stretch. Excellent. Okay, great, thank you. Okay, so today was pretty simple, 3 movements, but in just kind of putting together the most effective movements for the upper body, thinking of the equestrian rider and what they're going to be doing. These are really the 3 that I thought would be the most important, and also the simplest. I mean, these are things you can do at home, you can do as you travel. We order TheraBands here that we have for our patients that literally you can wrap around a door frame and do all these movements. And so practice these and see how they do. On the last and third video series we do for the equestrian athlete, I think we're going to combine a couple movements for the upper and lower back, some more multi-joints, a little bit more difficult movements to do, but some more advanced things that you can take with you and hopefully kind of add to your repertoire of exercises and stretches as we kind of conclude the video series. So again, I want to thank Adir at Another Turn Tack Shop for all the work she's done with my horses personally, and all the gear we have from her. Check her out. She's in Purcellville, Virginia. And I look forward to talking to you guys on the next video. Have a good day.